Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you an updated version of my XYZ Dragon Cannon deck. Obviously we have this beautiful new card, Buster Drake, and he is a union monster that works really well in the deck. Now I only have two of them because the card trader hasn't shown up with a third one. If I had a third one, I would actually consider dropping Z-Metal Tank to just two in the deck. But let's go over Buster Drake real quick. Once per turn, you can either target one light machine type monster you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip this card and special summon it. A monster equipped with this card is unaffected by your opponent's spell effects. Also, if the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one union monster from your deck to your hand. Now this replaced Machina Peacekeeper. It has pretty much the same effect, which is to add a union monster from the deck to your hand. But the beautiful thing is that it does not miss timing. That's very important because you can do a number of things with it. You can, if you econ take, you're gonna get your search. If you equip this to a monster, like say you equip this to your Z-Metal Tank, and then you contact Fuse into XZ Tank Cannon, it's gonna go to the grave and you're gonna be able to search. You're not gonna miss timing, and that's really clutch. Like I said, it's pretty much what I added to the deck, and because of it I made a few changes. I took out the defensive cards. I only kept one Mirror Wall because it goes well with sleight of hand. If you pay for Mirror Wall, you can get your 7 completed to your hand, because that's the skill we're running. And I went a little bit more aggressive, adding a second frontline base, because I really want to contact Fuse. Obviously we have 2 Union Scramble, which are going to help us resummon whatever monsters we banish, and also add a resource to our hand. The turn afterwards, I've already gone over those cards. We're still running the 3 econ, nothing to explain there. 1 Luminous Spark is the whole deck is light, and the 500 attack buff can come in pretty clutch. It's still just 1 White Dragon Head. This is just up to personal preference. You could run 2Z, 2Y, but I think 1 White Dragon Head is enough, especially if I add a third Buster Dragon, because it's just gonna Buster Drake. It's gonna be so easy to get it to my hand. But that's it for the deck list. I was using this deck during the stream on Thanksgiving, and it did fairly well. 2 of these replays were actually against viewers that in the duel room that I had opened. But yeah, this is the Ivy Show, a good friend of mine. He actually tried to tilt me using a mill deck, but you'll see how the duel went. And by the way, this is the first video I'm making using the PC version. I've done plenty of streams since I got the PC version, but I haven't actually recorded a video, so I hope you guys like the layout. So far I'm loving the PC version, but I'm going first. I just went with X-Head Cannon, not knowing what he was using, setting 2 back row, and I equipped my my Buster Drake so I can protect my X Cannon, because since I didn't know what he was playing at the time. And then after I see the the Worm, I know it's a mill deck, and that's what I was talking about. He was attached to my X-Head Cannon, and when I contact Fuse, I still got the search. I pop one of the back rows, attack. He's got a Spear Kriba, but that's completely fine. He's using up a bunch of resources. And here I use Scramble during the end phase so that during my turn I can add a monster back, because you cannot activate that effect the turn this card goes to the grave. So that's why I did that during my opponent's turn. And the Mirror Wall, I did it so I could pay, like I was telling you, I could pay for the Mirror Wall and get my 7 completed. But look at what this man does. He hits an X-Head Cannon with Conscription and then flips over an Order to Charge. What kind of sorcery is this? Not only did he hit a monster, he hit a normal monster, and then he uses Order to Charge. So instead of going for XYZ Dragon Cannon, I decided to just end the game because I was too tilted. He actually had another Spear Kribo, so I'm like, alright, you want to get tilted by XYZ? Be my guest. I contact fuse. He's got a feint plan, doesn't even matter, because my goal is to destroy the face down as well. So I activate Union Scramble, add a card back, activate my XYZ Dragon Cannon's effect because it's not once per turn, and then just hit him in the face for 2800. You didn't get to see a whole lot of Buster Drake. I only used it once, but it actually makes it a lot easier. It makes it easier to summon XYZ because you can just search whatever piece you're missing. But like I was talking, I hope you guys are liking the layout. The deck list is a little, I don't know, awkward on the corner, but I really like the fact of having, you know, the feature card on top, whatever card's going on. I really like that because now I don't have to, you know, worry about clicking and then reading the effect. You're always gonna see the last used card. So here, this was I believe a Sacred Soldier deck. This was also one of my viewers. Yeah, there's the Sacred Soldier. So he's gonna use Beginner of Heaven and Earth. You know, try to add the Blackluster Soldier to his deck. Mills 3, one of them being Dasher. So obviously he's going for the top deck of the Sacred Soldier. Doesn't get it, and I decided to contact fuse. Here I just did this because I wanted to activate my Union Scramble. I wanted to swarm the field and make sure that he had no Beat the Dark Clown left. Even though really all I'm doing here is thinning his deck, which is going to increase the chance of him drawing into Sacred Soldier. Luckily for me, he does not. So I equip my Y Dragon Head to my X Head Cannon or whatever, so that I can go into XYZ. Now he changed Shinzen Hu, but it's still gonna get destroyed, so it was a bit of a mistake by him because he ends up saving me one card. I don't have to discard my frontline base to destroy the Econ, so I actually end up using the card to special summon my Y Dragon Head and hit him for 1500. Unfortunately, my XY Dragon Cannon is just useless there because I don't run any tributes. But at this point, I think he was mentioning in the chat that he break pretty bad, and I'm able to just finish the game, destroying his last face down card, which was a Mirror Wall. And then I believe I just attacked directly. Yeah, 3500 to get those extra dual assessment points. I used this deck, I think the entire stream, which was about 2 hours, so I got a lot of practice with it, and it's really fun. I like the fact that the plays are not, you know, 100% linear. It really depends on what you have and what kind of situation you're trying to get over. And I did reach King of Games. I don't know if I've mentioned this. I know I put it in the community, I think, but it's been so long since I recorded a video that I don't even know what has happened. You know, the holidays happened. I hope you guys had some good holidays. I had a lot of time off, and it definitely was nice to get a break. So here I know that that this is more than likely a Cyber Angel deck. I decided not to use my effect because I figured it was just going to be an Econ. That's usually what Cyber Angel players do. You know, if they're going turn 1, they just set an Econ so that they don't get OTK'd. And I have my Union Scramble. I actually make a huge misplay. I mean, it's not that huge, but it could have been more important, and you'll see it in a bit. I decided not to activate the Scramble, let him destroy my monster, and here's what I made the misplay. I meant to summon Z-Tank in attack mode so that it wouldn't get destroyed by Sonic Bird, because I was gonna get a 7 completed contact fuse into my XYZ, I mean into my XZ, and that would have been enough. But I ended up picking up enemy controller, which it's just a winning condition. So I Econ take with the Buster. Like I said, he does not miss timing, so I'm able to search my Z-Metal tank. I summon that, so frontline base coming in pretty clutch. Equip that to my X-Head cannon, and I have more than enough damage on board to finish the game. It's always nice to beat Cyber Angels, even though I don't really understand why people still run Cyber Angel in King of Games. I mean, I guess I understand if you're trying to practice, but do you really need practice with Cyber Angels? I feel like it's alright once you master the deck. There's not a whole lot of different scenarios you're gonna run into. But anyway, here we're going up against Joey Wheeler. They're using Fields of the Warriors. There he goes.
Duel.
Now the only thing that sucks a little bit about recording with the PC is that I don't have my OBS screen. So usually when I have the OBS screen, I can see if there's any lag or stuff like that. And I know my computer's been having tons of issues. So hopefully the recording is fine. I'll have to check it after I'm done. But here he uses Riryoku. I have Mirror Wall, but I decided to save that, and because I wanted to search something, and I wanted to get my sleight of hand. So now that I have XZ, I can go ahead and target one of the cards. Because I have Union Scramble set, I can bring back my X and my Z, and Contact Fusion once again to destroy the second face down. He could have actually chained the Mirror Wall and it wouldn't have been destroyed, but he still had a Super Rush, so either way I was not going to attack into it. So I guess it makes sense that he didn't activate it because he wanted me to attack into Super Rush. But I guess at that point he couldn't do anything, he just ends his turn. I go ahead and summon the X Cannon. Equip the 7 completed just in case he had, you know, 2 Kuribos or something. I'm still able to destroy the Dark Blade and just finish the game. Now this last replay was pretty crazy. It was against Ancient Gears, and it was a really cool duel. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Let's just watch what happens. Shoutouts to Calm Rooster, that was a very good duel. I'm going second, which I actually prefer against Ancient Gears, because if you go first, you put a counter on their spell and then they summon the beast, and it's just annoying. So at least you get an extra card by going second, and you know they have to make a play. So he goes for Ancient Gear Knight. I go ahead and set my Buster Drake. Because I'm gonna be able to search, and I have my Heavy Mech support armor, so I can just get my Buster back, and I do that quite a bit in this duel. I chain my Econ just to save myself from the damage. There was no reason to take the damage there. Even though the 7 completed would have been nice, I wanted to save my life points, because with Ancient Gears you never know when Golem is gonna drop, and it's you'll lose the game if you're too low in life points. Now after I summon my Buster Drake, I equipped the Heavy Mech support armor, and this card was not activatable anymore. So that told me right there that it was an enemy controller. Unfortunately for me, he had the Spear Kuribo. But here, this is great. I take the damage, and I top deck Luminous Spark. That's also super clutch. But I do the same play again. Summon my Heavy Mech, equip it to my B Buster Drake, and then I get my 7 completed, equip that to my B Buster Drake, and then activate Luminous Spark. So I have a 27 attack untargetable monster, and he can't use that Econ. Here he sets another card. Now my Buster Drake was special summoned, so I wanted to take care of this Heavy Knight. There we see the enemy controller that he couldn't activate before, and here I guess he forgot, so he activates enemy controller again, switching my X-Head Cannon back into attack mode. I thought that was pretty funny. But then he top decks Ancient Gear Golem, and this is where the mind games start to happen. There was so many ways I was going to get out of this situation that I'm going to pause it so I can explain it to you guys a little bit. So he attacks into my my Drake. Now my equip is gonna go to the graveyard, so he's no longer untargetable, but he's still on the field with 2700. What I decide to do is to summon, because I brick, by drawing another X-Head Cannon, but I summon Z Metal Tank. So what this the options that this gave me is number one, he's gonna have to either attack my Buster Drake, leaving my Z and my X on the field, and I already have Y in my hand. He knows I have Y because I believe I searched it with Buster Drake. So I was gonna be able to go into XYZ and then, you know, destroy it. Now if he damages me enough, which I actually should have summoned one of these in defense mode so that I could get enough damage, because another 7 completed was gonna put me over that Ancient Gear Golem. So he decides to attack the Z Metal Tank. I top deck enemy controller, and you know that I'm able to win the game that way. But there were so many things in my deck that would have gave me the win. Obviously I had 2 enemy controllers, I drew one of them. I also had the 2 what's the card I'm thinking of? Frontline base. Let's just go to the deck so I can show you real quick. Blah 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 blah. Here, frontline base. Had I drawn into this, I would have been able to summon the other Z from my hand or the other X from my hand, depending on which one he destroyed, and also the Y. So I had so many outs. I also could have you know, drawn into a mirror wall to protect myself for a turn. But still, you know, enemy controller, best card in the game. But that's gonna be it for the for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it didn't lag too much. I'll have to check it afterwards, and let me know what you guys think about the new layout, and any deck, you know, requests or suggestions you want to give me. I do have an interesting deck that one of my subscribers used against me, and I'm gonna be trying that out, so you might see that coming up pretty soon. But anyway, I've talked enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's good to be back, you know, on a regular basis, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't, and also once again consider supporting me on PayPal. That would mean a lot to me. And till next time.